Is Diablo 4 saved? This is the most frequent title for videos I've saw on YouTube for the past week. What if I told you that the core mechanics of the game is so much better now that it should have been this way since release? However, there is one mechanic in the game called tempering, and this mechanic is so broken that it breaks the whole purpose of leveling a character ever again in this game. And I'm going to explain you why. As a Diablo player for the last 30 years, I started out with Diablo 1. I went right to Diablo 2 with the demo. I played countless hours of the demo back in the day when I was young. I played Diablo 3 like a fair amount of time. I did almost every character at hardcore max level. And then when they announced Diablo 4, I was very hyped, very, very hyped. I did the pre-release, I did the beta, I played countless hours. And then I realized that the game is not as it should be. The game is way more fun than the content in it. The gameplay is amazingly fun, but the game is boring. It was so boring that I ended up stopped playing altogether. But when they announced the PTR with the new core mechanics, I was like, okay, I'm going to dive right back in. I'm going to try it again. Because I think that, you know, trying new things is not a bad thing, but sometimes, you know, when a formula is already working, if like you know the expression, if it's not broken, don't fix it. And now they are making the game a little bit more like the older games. So I wanted to try it. The campaign felt really good. Don't get me wrong. The campaign, I actually wanted to do the campaign all over again. I just started a barbarian like I did in every single Diablo games before. As soon as the game was released, I did a barbarian. The only reason why is because in Diablo 2 demo, the main character was the barbarian. You only had like the two first quests of the first act, and that was it. Only one class, but the barbarian. So when Diablo 2 released, obviously I did the barbarian. And when Diablo 3 released, I also did the barbarian. But Diablo 4, when it released, I did the rogue. Don't ask me why. I wanted to test the rogue, just because reasons. And when I did create my barbarian, I felt that the barbarian was not that good, and I ended up deleting the character and never played barbarian again, even though I saw videos of people doing trillions of damage or whatever. So when the PTR was announced and when I dove right back in, I told myself, okay, I'm going to do the barbarian this time, because now the core mechanics are way better. Well, they seem to be better. And I want to try the barbarian again because it was so bad to me that I want to know what's difference, you know, what are the differences from the past mechanics in this one. And I realized that the campaign is actually how it should always have been. It was actually very, very, very easy for me. Probably way too easy. So easy that even without any bonuses altogether, only playing the campaign, this is my only character, only leveling normally, only normal gear, I didn't got any special drops. The legendary drops was very low during the campaign for some reason, even though they said that the legendary drop would be doubled during the PTR. And this still happened.
The hells are you?
All right, Duriel. All right, so much. Oh my God, look at him melt. Goodbye, Duriel.
Lord, I've spoken lesser evils beyond Pandaria. Could that thing have been one? Roger should be at the palace.
I didn't remember the first time I fought Duriel. I was, holy shit, and it was fucking hard to beat. And I just didn't realize it was him until it disappeared. Oh my God. So after I did beat Duriel, I finished the campaign. I did beat Lilith almost as easy as I did Duriel. And then I wanted to try other classes, you know, so I skipped the campaign and I went to the Sorcerer. My Barbarian, I stopped playing it at roughly 71, between 71 and 75, you know, like early 70-ish, whatever. And when I started the Sorcerer, I leveled it up to around level 31 in roughly under an hour in the Hell Tides, and it felt very good, very balanced. I love the Sorcerer. It is not too weak, not too strong. This is basically a well-balanced class, and I love it. It is amazing. I probably will play a Sorcerer when the season comes out. Probably, I don't know. And then I went to the Druid. And the Druid felt very, very weak compared to the Barbarian and to the Sorcerer. I know that the Druid has a very slow power curve. Like, it's very slow, and like at some point after some level, it's very steep. You know, I heard about this. Like, it's very slow in the beginning, very weak in the beginning, and it becomes very powerful after. But it felt so weak that basically, roughly after level 10, I was being killed almost all the time. Like, everything was almost killing me. I didn't die that much, but, you know, it was very hard to, you know, to do something, to do damage, to avoid damage, even though I had a lot of points in my skills and I had several bonuses that I unlocked from the world rewards because my Barbarian was level 70-ish. So basically I did a lot of Altars of Lilith. I did most of the map discovery, most of the strongholds, most of the side quests with the Barbarian. So yeah. And then I said, well, I remember right now I have some rare gear. And I remember now that, you know, the manuals and the aspects are registered in the codex, so I might as well just go and, you know, put some of them on my gear. It probably will help me out. But then I realized that it's registered in the codex, so don't get me wrong, this is a very good thing. But the highest role is registered for every character. So I also put the needle flare aspect on my druid, and I saw that it applies also on the minions. So I did like anyone would have done, and I did put some points in the wolf skill. And this happened. To make you less powerful, let me put this and let's wait. So obviously, when I realized that was working pretty well, and when I say pretty well, it's a weak term, I told myself, wait a minute. The Necromancer has way more minions. So I did like anyone with just a bit of decency should have done with this situation. I went with the Necromancer. And this happened. I'm just going to use those skills. So, yeah, decompose, I have it just because I have to. Okay, I wish me luck. This is the boss, all right? Wish me luck. The Curator. All right, Curator, please attack all my minions and die. Oh my God. Have I just broken a record now? Is that a record? Did anyone actually did this before? Ever? So after I did this, like you saw at level 26, I had an even more insane idea, because I am a masochist. Let's do capstone dungeon runs at the lowest level possible. What if I did this at level 1? So I did a few runs in the Hell Tides to find very low level yellow gear. And I created a level 1 Necromancer with only the basic gear possible. I think my highest level gear was level 4. I did imprint a few aspects in the codex. And I tempered every single piece of gear with the thorns. And this happened. Okay? I am level 12 against the capstone dungeon boss. Okay. And let's see how it goes. All right. You ready, guys? Let's go. Hey, curator. Creating some corpses around you. And it died. I completed World Tier 2 up to World Tier 3 at level 12. This is broken. After I did beat the capstone dungeon at level 12, I had an even more insane idea. I went straight to the Fallen Temple. And I ended up entering the temple at level 13 because I did level up once during just the time I was traveling to the temple, because another player came by and killed a few monsters in between, and it leveled me up. So this is one of the main reasons why I would like to have the option to remove other players from the world when I'm playing, not an offline mode, just to be alone. And this is, I have a lot of reasons why I would like to have this in the game, and this is for another video. But yes, so I ended up entering the dungeon at level 13, and this happened. Difficult. It's pretty much the same thing. Okay, guys. I did it in two tries, maybe 3. Level 28! Obviously, the purpose of this video is not to bash on the mechanic itself. Don't get me wrong. The mechanic is pretty fun. It is pretty fun. But this is not normal that a casual gamer like me, that didn't spend hundreds and hundreds of hours in the game, just happened to break world records with just a tempering mechanic. This is not how it should have, this shouldn't happen. So what I would suggest is that the manuals should be registered in the codex for your character only. It should never be available right off the bat to any other character, because it's removing the whole purpose of leveling up a character and doing the game. I shouldn't be able to go straight to World Tier 4 in under 2 hours at level 28. This shouldn't happen. Also, the aspects that are registered in the codex, this is amazing because it's always should have been this way. But it still should be character-based. I mean, the only aspects that should be available right off the bat are the aspects that you actually unlock from the dungeons. And I am 100% on that. It's just that you shouldn't be able to keep every aspect and every manuals at the highest roll possible ever. This is broken. So I would actually, please, Blizzard, fix this. It is, don't get me wrong. This is freaking satisfying. I broke world records in under 2 hours just by realizing what it was doing. But I shouldn't have been able to do so. Not this way. So if you enjoyed this video and enjoyed my analysis of the tempering, please like the video and subscribe if you want me to do more videos. And until next time, have a good one.